same principles now for a bit of defending. Okay. One of the key issues when we're defending is when we're just really stiff and rigid and we're actually just trying to fight against it. Okay. So we're going to look at Uchi Mata Sukashi. Okay, it's countering Uchi Mata, and we'll look at it against the same side of the opponent and opposite side of the opponent. And you can do both variations on either side, but we'll look at just one for one side and one for another side. Okay. Now, make it easier. The person who's doing Uchi Mata, they're going to come over the top. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to guess that they're going to go straight in the middle rather than to the side we would normally attack. Okay. Now, if I start like this, I'm going to get countered, or I'm going to get thrown. Sorry. Okay. So we still need to think about our judo. Still think about having nice soft legs, good posture. Okay. Now my partner's going to turn in with just turn in with each one. Here in this position. Now, if I just try and defend and I try and lift up, I can do. Okay, but my partner can also hook in for O-uchis and O-uchis, yeah? So what we're going to look at is allowing my partner to lift their leg up. That's what we want them to do, because we want them to break their posture. We want their head to tip forwards, okay? Once we've got that, then we'll add the rotation. So from here, what I'm looking to do is my partner turns in, and I'm going to be in this situation. Now, I'm going to be pulling on this side to come down. As I lift up, I'm now going to be thinking about circling. Okay? This is why posture is really important. You can't do it. If you're bent over like this, trying to lift up and over, you'll get thrown. Okay? So don't worry about Uchi Mata. If you're not great at it, don't panic. Just get your leg through the middle for now. Okay? For me, I'm going to be just going square stance for now to make it easier for yourselves. As they turn here, yeah, we're going to be in this position. We're going to encourage my partner to come forwards. So I push the sleeve and I pull the shoulder. My leg now is rotating around. So what you've got to think about with your leg movement is as it comes up, allowing your partner to lift their leg, you're then circling over the top. Okay? So from here, my partner turns in, there. I'm going to lift my leg up and I'm going to circle around. Does that make sense? Give it a try, we'll see how you get on, and then we'll add a few key points. To be able to counter techniques well, you actually need to understand what makes the technique work in its first instance. So for us at the moment, we need to know what makes Uchi Mata work. What are the key points? Well, when I'm doing Uchi Mata, what I must do is rotate my shoulders through. Okay, I must get my shoulders through, because when I get to this lift phase, I need to be able to drop my shoulders to the floor. Okay? That's really important for this technique to work, regardless of our leg. So if I'm in like this, and my shoulders are all the way up here, if I lift my legs up, it's really difficult. Okay? So I need to focus on getting my rotation from my Uchi Mata. So if I was doing Uchi Mata, I'd be here, 1, 2, and rotate my shoulders through. Yeah? So to be able to counter it, I know that the shoulders are really important, and steering the arms is really, really important. So like we talked about before, if somebody's hanging on our sleeve, it's really difficult to turn. Okay, we're using the same sort of principle with this. So as my partner turns here, I'm bringing the elbow into his body. Okay, into this bit. What I don't want is for him to be able to drive me over this side. Okay, so from here he turns, and I pin this sleeve into his ribs behind his back. Okay. Now once I've got this, I'm going to pull down. My leg will lift and I can rotate. Try and stay on your feet, because if you're thinking about the bigger picture, if you're on your feet you can transition. If you fall over with them, it's really difficult to transition that well. So from here, I've still got my grip. Here my partner comes in, yeah. Here. This position to steer. Yeah, so. Okay? Everybody understand? Give it a try. Boring with this technique, the success and failure obviously is the first instance of not being thrown. Okay, if you get thrown, then you're going to lose anyway. But from here is the shoulders and steering the shoulders. So when my partner comes in like this, okay, I need to think about trying to steer their shoulders around. Now, some of you might really struggle, and what might happen is they might stick this arm out to try and stop you from driving them over. Okay? It is a bad idea for them because they could break their arm, but it might happen. So from here, what we can do is from this position is collect the arm, Okay, if you collect the arm by the elbow, as they lift, the technique becomes so much easier. Okay, so from this position, all I'm doing is, as my partner attacks here, so I'm just scooping the arm. Now, if you get too low, you can still do it, but it's a lot trickier because you're not controlling the shoulders as well. You need to be up here. Okay, so as he now lifts, you're going to rotate and bring it through. Okay, let's have a few more goes. We mentioned the fact that to do Uchi Mata we need to get our shoulders around. Okay, but I don't think we really explained the hips. With Uchi Mata, the further we can lift our legs, or we can encourage our partner to lift their legs, okay, the more they're open their hips. So what I mean is, when I'm doing Uchi Mata here, I want to drop my hips and shoulders to finish the technique, okay? The further my leg lifts up, the harder it is to drop your hips and shoulders, okay? So as a defense, you need to be able to allow them to lift their leg, lift their leg, lift their leg. And as they do that, it becomes easier to open their shoulders and take them in that direction, okay? So with my partner here, if I'm in this position, my partner comes in, it's no good blocking it completely because he'll be able to drive through and drop his shoulders. He might not be able to throw me, but he can still definitely defend what I want to do, okay? So I need to encourage my partner to actually lift. Once I get him up, now I can rotate, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So allow them to lift their leg. Don't block it too early. They need to go up, 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 and open. Okay? Let's go. For you to use that against the same side of the opponent, you can do it against opposite. Okay? This is against an opposite that I'm going to use this one for. Okay? So from here, partner's in, from this position. All we're going to do is allow our partner to just come in a few times with Uchi Mata. So go on, just come in. Yeah, boom, one, there. Two, and your partner's going to be a little bit more, yeah, just go for a bit more for me. Here, yeah. And then what we're looking for is to step across, okay? Now, the key with this is posture like before and avoiding the technique. Because remember what we said before, we want the leg to go as high as possible, okay? If I meet it too early, I have to do what I've just done and step it over, okay? By avoiding it, I'm going to allow my partner to power through and throw themselves, okay? So the step is really simple. As he comes in, I move my foot out the way. Now, depending on how tall my partner is, I might have to step and then move, okay? But I'm just avoiding, yeah? So my partner's in, we're going to start one, then two, then I'm going to start to try and miss it, okay? When I get to the point of the time that I can miss it, then I can add my arms. My arms are easy. I push with the lapel hand, pull with the sleeve hand, and I lean into them, okay? Go. One, two, and three. Now, your leg might come across for side toshi. Doesn't matter if it does or doesn't. As long as we go extreme, and your uki is actually trying to throw you a bit with the Uchi Mata. Okay? One more. Go on, three again. One, two, and three. Yeah? Let's give it a try. With this avoidance one, don't lift your leg back, okay? Because if my leg goes back, they've still got a chance of catching it. If your leg's going back, you're not quick enough to move it out of the way, I would switch to that one, okay, where you ride them over. Because it's very unlikely you're going to be able to untangle your leg to get it back across again, okay? We've got to focus on moving to the side. So here, kind of comes, there, that's what I'm looking for, all right? And as I do that, I just lean into my partner. So as he comes across, there, I'm just leaning into my arm. Now, if we think about how we would introduce this into a contest, if I'm like this, my partner's never going to turn. Never ever. I'm here, relaxed on this shoulder, okay? My weight is able to move. From here, go on, there, boom. That's when I can turn, all right? So I avoid the initial technique, then I just lean into my partner, okay? By leaning, you'll either just run at them, or you'll then step across for a tai toshi, okay? So one more, we'll do it. Go on, go for it. and we'll go. Yeah? Let's try again.